Back on Giants franchise, it's week 6. We're taking on the Washington Commanders. Home field advantage. It's been a weak start for the NFC East this season. We lead the division right now at 3-2, although somehow with that record, I'm still hearing that the games aren't challenging enough. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. We're just having a good time out here, and we'll see if we can take out the Commanders. They've got a good defense. I'm a little worried about it, to be honest. There was a recommendation to change my weekly strategy from auto to manual. I can't do that because I can't change any setting in the franchise, as I've said a few times. But so I have to do this every single time. It is just the way it is. But half pads and split so that these guys are as healthy as possible. I just don't really want to deal with the injuries. I know they happen, and they still happen occasionally with half pads and split, even though the chance for it is significantly lower. I'd rather the guys just be healthy. I think that's the biggest thing right now. And we're about to get some upgrades here. Derek Cooper on the verge of being up another level. Same thing with Cody Bailey, Kendall Weathersby, Dexter Lawrence even is getting pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and continue to keep those 6 in there, trying to progress and develop those players. It's a big divisional game. We'd like to improve to 4-2, kind of stretch out our lead in the NFC East. It's very early in the season still, so there's a lot of football to be played. A lot of these games, it may not seem very impactful because it is so early in the season, only the 6th game we've played. But at the same time, these are the big division games that, really could end up mattering a whole lot closer to the end of the year. We might need a tiebreaker against the Commanders. We might need an extra win, so we're trying to win every game. That goes without saying. Still haven't really made any decisions regarding a potential trade of some assets, but as you've seen, Cody Bailey in this new Demon Cody Bailey era with the All Black has just been a pretty good player, and certainly the upgrades that we're getting temporarily do help with that. I think this is the final game that he has those, though, so we're still really trying to work on his accuracy, especially down the field, and deep throw accuracy, I think, is a good choice with improviser here. So we're going to go in that direction. I need deep throw accuracy, and I'd take some of the other things that we get to. Unfortunately, we don't get exactly what I want, but this isn't so bad. +1 break sack, +1 throw accuracy mid, +1 throw on the run I like a lot, and then +2 throw under pressure. He's now getting to be fairly good at throwing under pressure. Throw in the run I would like to be into the 80s. And that accuracy is just tough to upgrade. I do a bunch of different things, and it ends up being fairly random what actually gets upgraded. And then for Kendall Weathersby, he's already a pretty good deep route runner. I'd like to evolve him more into a slot-style receiver, and we got to get his medium and especially short route running up in order for him to be a little bit more effective, because on slants and stuff, he should have a real advantage with his agility and change of direction. And speed, we just don't see it because he's such a terrible route runner at this point in his career. He's really just more of an athlete than anything else. First round pick out of Texas A&M. We are going to try and develop him, but he's just simply not really a player that's ready to play right now. So that's kind of the deal. We just really haven't seen a whole lot of him. And then as for Cody Bailey, I kept seeing some recommendations on, different abilities to add. But right now, this kind of seems like the best thing we can have. I like quick draw to get the football out quicker, especially under pressure, and we'll just have to continue to develop him in order to get maybe some of these better passing abilities for Cody Bailey. But, we're starting to get a little bit more consistency out of our quarterback play. Our receivers are getting a little bit more open. Things are going well. Commanders are a talented team. We got to take this seriously. We got to come out with a win against Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, making up a very good defensive line. We'll see if Montez Sweat is still in the Washington area as well, as we get to host the Commanders. And there he is, playing pretty well. Last week was a fantastic game, as you guys saw. Over 400 yards passing, multiple really big drives to keep us in, and eventually win that game against Denver. If you haven't seen that video, I would highly recommend watching it, even knowing the result up to this point. I know that's a little bit boring, but it was an incredible game, incredible finish, and it was lesser viewed than a lot of my usual Giants franchise episodes, which I was surprised about considering it was a Cody Bailey development challenge game in which he got upgraded to superstar. It couldn't have been a bigger episode, so if you missed it, it was a great game as well. And we'll look to continue that forward momentum here with Cody Bailey and the Giants. The one thing I'd like to see is our defense play even better. Obviously, there was a touchdown in that Denver game that I got roasted for my user ability because I didn't cover the whip route in the end zone very well. It's like you got to be aware of the slant. It's very easy, behind the screen to say, okay, that was terrible. But I went back and watched it, and with these linebackers, you got to remember, this is not like the older Maddens where these guys can just get it going up to 100 speed on a whim, right? It takes a little bit to build up, to change that direction, and be in position to make a pass breakup. We were never going to make that play. So, anyway, 1,500 yards for Cody Bailey passing, 9 touchdowns, and still holding on to that 7th interception number. But we just got to continue to have good games, lesser bad games, and, just keep winning, really. And we'll start with the Saquon Barkley run. Good work from our right guard, James Daniels. He was knocked out of a game we played recently, but full strength today. He's healthy. Hopefully we'll play well. And they are kind of showing a blitz look here. See if maybe we can beat him off play action. Going to check it down quickly to Saquon Barkley. And there's Saquon. We've been getting him involved as a receiver much more in these recent weeks, and he's been very, very good in that role. We're not necessarily giving him 20 carries a game, but if he can get, 10 plus carries and 5 plus catches, I think that's also a really unique and really good role. Kind of think of what Christian McCaffrey does for the San Francisco 49ers, who have now been eliminated from the playoffs. Kind of a tough break for them. The Eagles are just a really talented team. You got to give it to them. In real life, if you are watching this deep into the future, it is the Monday following the NFC and AFC championship games. So, playoffs, we're getting to the Super Bowl here. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Kelsey Bowl should be a fun one. And, of course, Giants franchise, Giants fan. You guys can probably figure out what I would want the result of that game to be. As Saquon Barkley takes it for about the first down, but they're going to mark us shy. Saquon just short. It's a little bit unfortunate, but of course, we are going to go for it. From the 44, on 4th and inches, Zach Beck into the game. We just need a block, and we got it. The power Beck. Power back, Zach Beck. Surging ahead, that is the first down. Would like to get him a little bit more involved. It always feels like the blocking is just better for the second running back somehow. I feel like I've noticed that in a couple Maddens in a row. I don't know if it's true or not, but it certainly feels like it. As we're going to throw quickly to the flat. Stay in bounds, Kadarius. Not a bad result. No real splash plays for the offense so far, but we don't need any. As long as we just continue to move the ball here, we're going to be in good position. Look at Odell working back to the football. Exactly what we wanted to happen. That is another giant first down. Looks like double coverage, but I don't think it really is. They were in zone, and we just fit it in right where it needed to be. It is 1st and 10 from the 12. I'd love to throw a jump ball to Kadarius Toney here. I know that's not really his game. Just going to go underneath. Odell sitting down, wide open. First down, fighting, close to the end zone. He's going to be just shy. They actually mark him down at the 2. I don't really think that was too favorable of a spot. Odell looks like he worked right up to the goal line, but not really something we'd consider challenging. Oh, and they're blitzing everybody. This should be a Kadarius Toney guaranteed touchdown, unless it's a bluff. It's not. Let's go. KT, touchdown. We are on the board first. Excellent first drive for our offense. A lot of dinking and dunking, but mistake-free football. I know we had a 4th and inches, but you like your chances to convert in that spot, especially from the 44-yard line. We all know, if you've seen the series so far, that our kicker, Wyatt Anthony, can definitely drill from that range, but it still is a longer field goal, and it's only an inch or 2 to get. We felt pretty confident in that situation, even without Saquon Barkley, that we'd be able to convert there, and that's exactly what we did. We ended up getting 6 plus the extra point as a result. So 7-0 Giants. Great start to this game over the Commanders, and we'll see what our defense can do in response. Washington taking the field on offense for the first time. I believe their quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa, if I'm not mistaken. We'll meet the Washington offense here in a moment, but that's right. They drafted a quarterback. And he's had a pretty good start to his career. 8 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions, 1,100 yards passing for Matthew McClure. He could be the QB of the future for the Commanders here. And we'll get a look at his ratings in a moment. He is only a 73 overall, but has played well. Not the fastest player in the world, but they obviously think a lot of his arm. And he does have a pretty good arm here. 94 throw power with accuracies, around the 80s. He's not really playing up right now, but his numbers are not too bad. At running back, they've got Antonio Gibson with Lamar Gross at fullback and a decent receiving core, although nothing special. No more Terry McLaurin. They've got Darnell Mooney, money with 2 O's, Jahan Dotson, Diami Brown, and Quan Dodson. Tight end is Albert Okwuegbunam, and their offensive line has the former Texas legend Sam Cosmi, Alex Leatherwood, Chase Roulier, Trey Turner, and Jeff Blythe. Only a 66 overall right tackle. We really should be able to go to town against that today, but you guys know what it is. We probably won't get any pressure at all. The biggest thing that we're going to have to overcome on defense is not having Azeez Ojulari. If you saw the last episode, is Claiborne can't bring down McClure. McClure fires, Thibodeau makes a tackle. Man, what an electric start to this game on defense. Nearly a sack, but Chase Claiborne, who's getting more playing time now with the injury to Azeez Ojulari, Derek Cooper sliding down to defensive end. He's got to make more plays. You have an unblocked opportunity to sack the quarterback and you can't bring him down? That's terrible. Cooper is in at right end. Azeez Ojulari, broken ribs. He's going to miss at least a few more weeks. So we need these guys to make the most of their opportunity. And so far from Caleb Claiborne, I always call him Chase because of Chase Claypool, but so far from Caleb Claiborne, we have not seen him take full advantage. Derek Cooper did have a sack last week. See if he can bring down the QB at some point today. It's going to be a check down. Cobb, nice tackle. 3rd and 9. We have to take advantage of their bad numbers today. Down goes McClure. It's the rookie Victor Farr off the edge. Our second first-round pick at the back end of the first round. Victor Farr earning a little bit more play time. You know, he's an interesting player. Not really sure what his role is going to be for us long term. You'd like to think that he eventually earns a spot on the boundary. Right now he's CB4, rotates in, especially in dime packages. Makes a really nice play there to force the Washington punt. Victor Farr, rookie. Maybe a name to know. A little RPO. We got a block from Larry Smith. Let's go, Tony. RPO works to perfection. Was really thinking about running the ball right up the gut, but Tony was wide open off the line. I think that was a pretty easy decision. As we're going to go from 5 wide here. Maybe just like a little check down to Duval. Now we're taking a shot up the seam. Tony! Can't reel it in. Timing maybe slightly off there, but I think it was just the type of catch we tried to go for. Because I really like taking the shot up the seam in that spot. Going deep down the field. Larry Smith with a step, and Smith hauls it in. Smith inside the 10, using the speed to his advantage there. And I think that was actually the former top 5 pick by the Commanders, Daniel Brinkley, who was beat there. There were some questions about his speed coming out of the draft, and he absolutely could not keep up with the speedster Larry Smith. Was that Daniel Brinkley? I think it was. I think it was Daniel Brinkley. Do we target him again? High point. Smith! Knocked away. We do have red zone deadeye here, or high point deadeye. This is exactly where you want to use that. Let's try it. Nick Duval cannot bring it down. Going to be 3rd and goal after back-to-back, I would say low probability plays. But it's all right. Still don't hate the idea of going right back to it. Quick throw, flat, Barkley, gotta dive, close to the end zone, and they mark him short. Saquon Barkley with a great effort on his 3rd catch of the game. Ends up being right on that goal line, but just not close enough. Let's get another look at it. You gotta like your odds there, but Saquon just couldn't turn the corner quickly enough. And he is just short. Is it worth a challenge? Let's take a look at it. It says we can't challenge or had it locked. But this was really, really close. We dive, try to stretch that ball across. And that, to me, it's about as close as it gets. It's really hard to see if that's actually a touchdown or not. Madden, of course, is going to mark that short. Nothing to challenge, apparently. Yeah, wouldn't even consider there being a challengeable spot on that. We might just try to throw this quickly. Nick Duval, you got to press him at the line or something. Figure it out. Touchdown. Slants in the red zone work pretty well, especially if you're going to give us that type of space. And they had everybody up on the line. Guaranteed touchdown inside. Nick Duval, so good in the red zone. Dropped a would-be touchdown a moment ago. Capitalizes on that opportunity. And we're going to be up early, 14-0. Here as the first quarter comes to a close. The last play of the first quarter here, probably a run, right? Let's shoot the gaps. Gibson gets it. Hooper and Dontrell Cobb knocked him down. DC. That is the end of the first quarter. Washington 0. Your New York Giants 14. Make a play. Adoree Jackson maybe could have housed that. McClure with a big mistake targeting the flat there. Doesn't end up paying for it, but it is 3rd down and 8. Let's press up. Make Jahan Dotson beat you. It's a screen. Dexter Lawrence taking out everybody. The Commanders will punt. That was doomed from the start. Kind of like the idea of a pitch in this spot. 2nd and 1, even if we lose yardage, which obviously you wouldn't like. Holding penalty makes it 2nd and 21 now. But I was going to say, even if you lose yardage on that 2nd down, it's still a fairly short 3rd down. We are backed up to a place we don't like. I wanted to go Nick Duval. I hit Jaden Rhodes. It's 3rd and 19 now. No way around it. This is going to be a really tough first down to pick up. But we're going to throw it right up the seam to Odell. Go down. Let's go. Big time 3rd down conversion. 3rd and long. They just don't cover him. They come out into cover 3. Is that what they just ran? Surely with the single high safety and the wide open seam. Gotta be. And that's exactly what you want to do. 3rd and 19. I don't actually mind their coverage call, but we took full advantage of it as Barkley is destroyed. All right, 3rd down and 6. See if somebody wants to get open on this play. Saquon just couldn't hit him. That ball needed to come out sooner. There may have had to have been a decision made earlier. Just held on to it for a second too long, clearly. And we will try a 64-yard field goal. I mean, it's not even a challenge. Wyatt Anthony's leg is just on such another level that when we get wind, we're never going to have the problem of, oh, does he have the range? He might be able to hit from 75, realistically. That's from the logo, and that wasn't even a challenge. Wyatt Anthony is on another level. It is 17-0. Big Blue. That's a pick. Let's go. Easy reads. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. It's been a minute. Easy reads. Dontrell Cobb, kiss the ring. The King of New York is back and better than ever, jumping right in front of a well-covered route to begin with, taking the football away, giving us possession back, and, I mean, this could be the nail in the coffin early. We've had some really close games recently. This is shaping up to not be one of them. Can we thread the needle? Beckham overshot by Bailey. That's a touchdown. 3rd down and 4. Who wants to get open? I don't know. That's not the guy. That's not the guy. Kadarius Toney would have been better. Maybe even Saquon. It would have had to have been a great ball to Toney. Safety's kind of covering both Larry Smith and Kadarius Toney. Using the sideline, obviously, as another defender. This slant ends up getting pretty open, but I didn't like the way this defender dropped into the flat. That's covered, but boom, we have it right there. Middle of the field wide open. That's got to be the throw. But I was too busy on that right side, just went away from the slant, plain and simple. Try a field goal, and we already know the result. Hate to be cocky here, but we know Wyatt Anthony's not missing. So 20-0. Keel Edmonds onto the field here in this package. He's going to make the play, blowing up Gibson in the backfield. Antonio Gibson loses 4, and Akeel Edmonds continues to make plays when he's on the field. We've got such great depth all over the place, and he's a big part of that. Played a lot of nickel corner for us last year, but we knew corner was a position we wanted to take in the draft. We have a good pairing of safeties. He's just kind of like the odd man out. Makes some nice plays, but... and we knew the route and still couldn't cover it. Make some nice plays, but, you know, He can't be an every down player. Doesn't really have the speed to play over the top. Doesn't really have the size to be in the box all the time. And you're going down. Big play, Darnay sacks Matthew McClure. And the Washington Commanders will punt again. We are just blowing them out right now. Rookie quarterback, he's having some problems. And my expectation is that it doesn't get any better. This game, you know what, if you hate blowouts, I would tune out. Because this is a team that we might just try and run up the score on. Just prove we're so much better than them. We're playing with momentum right now, both in the current game and on the season. We're looking to continue that trend. This is a really nice, we'll call it a tune-up game. Play action, throwing deep down the field for Duval. Missed him. Unfortunately, it's 3rd and 7. Did not move the ball too well. Probably should have run the ball on first down. Wide open is Saquon Barkley. That counts. That's as good as a run. Better result than we've had already, though. Their D-line is just good, so it's difficult to run the ball as you'd expect. I just got to take what the defense gives us. And that right now is being a vertical passing offense. And they're going to vacate the middle of the field, which means they're going to pay for it. Get a post and a slant underneath. And we'll make the right decision. Wide open in the flat. Yeah, it doesn't count. That's a big thing they have to fix. Anytime you have a flat route, it's asking to get nothing. This is going to be a tough catch for Duval. Yeah, it's just not there. Maybe need to low point that. I don't even know how to do that. Is that the open man? I'm not sure. 63 yards. Like, yeah, it's tough, but the pulling down glitch is crazy. Just pull down and they get like 7 extra yards. It's ridiculous. Anthony's kick. Looping back, and good. 23-0. Wish we had more touchdowns in this game, but Wyatt Anthony getting a lot of practice from the logo. 4 for 8, 28 yards, and an interception. And we know you're running a screen. Bad time to be you, because we are all over it, boss. Can't come away with the football, but forces the incompletion. And this is a run. We know because there are no routes on the field, and we have the thing where it tells us what routes they're running. We know it's a run. Oh my goodness, it can't be that successful with a run commit middle. How do you get 5 yards there? But yeah, the momentum meter, unfair. Unfair to say the least. We know for a fact it's a run because there are no routes on the field. That's crazy. 1 minute on the clock. I mean, we're going to end up scoring probably. Get right in front of the safety. Let's go, Kadarius. Just go down. It's a good result. Should we call a timeout? No, we're going to hold it for a minute. Going to take 20 seconds off the clock. But we still have 3 timeouts. I don't really think we have to use it in that spot. Throwing down the field. Larry Smith burned him. We left way too much time. They're not scoring anyway. I think that's Larry Smith beating Daniel Brinkley. It's been a theme today. Second time this has happened. Smith just torches him. Little pass lead out in front of him. Did I nail it? Cody Bailey from deep. Dime to Larry Smith. It was Daniel Brinkley being beat. Everyone that wanted us to draft Daniel Brinkley, be careful what you wish for. It's 30-0. Going deep. Oh, did Farley get torched? Yep. Well, there was just no animation. He's right there. I don't even know what to say about that, man. They might get points off of this. I'd be surprised if they didn't. How about turn the ball over? McClure, try to do too much. Okay. Going deep. Boss, get a hand up. Dude, please. I'm hitting X. Doesn't do anything. They just watch. Are linebackers physically incapable of jumping? Is that not a thing they can do? Like, too easy. Greg Sheldon's going to get us a field goal, though. We know Wyatt Anthony can hit from anywhere. He's got to take it up into field goal range. We can't from the 25. Neal? No. I try to go deep shot. Nah, we'll just check down. See if Saquon can do anything. Nope. All right, that's halftime. Not a bad half for us, up 30-7. As soon as the Commanders showed that they wanted to be effective on offense, though, we got torched. I mean, 2 deep throws, and I mean, an instant touchdown. So we'll see what type of second half team we get. But right now, I don't really feel the need to change a whole lot. We are kicking first to start the second half. And Washington back deep to return. They'll knee it. And we'll see if their offense looks like it did to end the first half, because that was really scary. But I don't expect them to be that good. All right, they're moving down the field right now. We got to do something to mix it up. We are going to blitz him. He's not been great against the blitz today. And he gets the football out quickly. We move out of the way gratefully. That football come out? Dontrell Cobb blasted the receiver. That was a fumble, but unfortunately for us, it landed out of bounds. That was a big opportunity. Could not capitalize. Bluff blitz, and he sacked. Is that big play Darnay again? 2 sacks for Darnay Holmes. They've got a 66 overall right tackle that superstar X-Factor Kayvon Thibodeau has not beat once. But Darnay Holmes has 2 sacks. Love to see it. Make a play. That works. McClure going deep. Get rid of it. Caleb Farley. Good defense. That's what we need. Not you getting cooked over the top for a touchdown. 4th and 10. They wanted us to go for it here. But going for a field goal. They wanted us to defend this. Glenn Gore going to receive the missed field goal. And he's going to return it. Glenn Gore changing direction. Has the speed. Glenn Gore to the 40. Looking to make a move. Glenn Gore returning the missed field goal to the 43-yard line. Nice return. Would have obviously loved to bring that all the way back, and that's why we tried it. Up 30-7. Didn't quite get that result. We're going deep. Larry Smith torches Brinkley, but he gets back in the play. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, that was an opportunity there. Daniel Brinkley is a lucky duck. And we still can't run the ball. I know 2nd and 10, but figured that would be a good time. They wouldn't be ready for it. We can't run the ball against this defense. Wandale Robinson out here now. They got a player in the zone. Not what we want. You get it to Wandale. Sideline. Missed him. All right, we'll punt. Okay. Okay, that's unfair. Camus Rouget-Hill on special teams. Big hit. And that is a fumble. That is a clean recovery. And that's hopefully not a pick. Nearly. And that is recovered by Micah McFadden. And we got the football basically in the red zone. How about another 2nd and 10 run? I don't know what to do. 3rd and 11. Don't see anyone here. Tony. Would have been nice if he caught it. We haven't gained a yard in a while. It's unfortunate. That's where we are. About 33-7. A little bit lucky there. We need more touchdowns, man. Cobb in the hole. Wow, didn't wrap him up. It's Antonio Gibbs. Or didn't wrap him up. I tried to blast him. But he didn't do either. That's going to be a completion. Couldn't stop it. We're showing blitz here. Didn't really work out. Dude, we can't tackle these guys. Okay. Yep. Now they're moving down the field. I feel like I keep switching on and dragging players. I don't know, slightly out of position to make the tackle. I think that happens on occasion. Boston the hole. Big hit. That's what we want. Why we do that with Dontrell Cobb? Because sometimes the football comes out. Seen it already in this game. John Boss there, though, showing him who's boss. Big hit. Blitz him. It won't let me get after him. Oh my goodness, this game is terrible. I'm sprinting down at the quarterback, and look what it does. He does happy feet. Tap dances in front of the quarterback. Sliding down. It looks like, you ever seen that, like the magnet football on like that little magnet board with the little pieces? It's like electric football, something like that. That's what it looked like. That's ridiculous. It's a touchdown? Yeah, of course. John Boston man coverage. I mean, we got cheated. We got cheated. Adam Troutman with the TD. I want the offense to wake up. This should be a team we should be blowing out. We've made plays on defense. Haven't made enough on offense. Airing it out. I don't know what that is. Just tempted to bomb it deep to Larry Smith. Been something that's been effective today. Get it to Odell. Work back to the ball. It's going to be a pick. Thank God that was dropped. Can't figure out a way to move the ball right now. Can't figure it out. Deep over the middle. Oh, that's a great ball. Wandale. Good catch in traffic. That's how you earn more play time. That ended up being really, really close. I didn't think it was going to be that close to a defender. That was dicey. We'll take the result, though. And this play always has so much potential. Just haven't been able to hit on it yet. This could be the time. Nick Duval down the field. We got him. There it is. Duval. Big time play. I try to hit that sometimes. Hasn't really paid off for us so far. Oh, look at the celebration. It hasn't really paid off so far for the most part, but does big time here. Bailey sets his feet, gets rid of it. Unfortunately, no touchdown, but that's a huge gain by a tight end. Yo, Nick. You know, I will say the biggest thing, I think we found our franchise quarterback. I think it's taken some time to get there, but I think we found him. To Duval. That's how you finish off a drive. We needed a touchdown, man. So many field goals in this game. I feel like just not being as effective as we could be. And we lean on maybe our best offensive playmaker, Nick Duval, and good things happen. Toe drag, touchdown, let's go. Edward Sloan having a pretty good game, 16 of 19, where I think it was said 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, the recipient of those 2 touchdowns. Going deep, yeah. Now, I am a little bit disappointed that we couldn't run the ball like I wanted to today. I kept trying. You know, we saw that it didn't work. You know, they played good pass defense at times today as well. But, you know, for the most part, that's been the real area where we can beat them. As Caleb Farley lays a big hit. McKinney recovers. He's actually still on his feet, finally wrapped up. That is the end of the third quarter. Things are not going well for the Commanders. Slider change. As I've mentioned, can't change the sliders. Some games are just close. Sometimes they make mistakes and we lose. Other times we play perfect and we kill a team. And that's where we are right now. And I'm really not going to be upset about playing well. It's what we want. Maybe not playing well as a runner. I know that much. 11 carries for 15 yards. Nick Duval in the zone. Got to find a way to get him the football. How about a design look? Get it to him. Oh my goodness. Did not mean to lob it down the field. Tony, ball popped up, incomplete. Did not mean to hit him. Accidentally pump faked to Nick Duval when we tried to throw it to him. That's no good. It's 3rd and 9. Okay. Had a heart attack on that one. That was super dangerous. Nick Duval down the field. It's going to be an overthrow. And now he's out of the zone. 62-yarder from Wyatt Anthony. I mean, this is insane. Every time he comes out, it's insane. It's never not going to be insane. Kick up and good. 43-14. Again, not our best drive. If anything, this game could even be more out of reach. Interception, right? Forced fumble, recovered. Forced fumble, not recovered. Forced fumble, recovered. I think we have points off of all of them. I think maybe 1 punt in this game, but just a lot of field goals. But if we score touchdowns off those, you know, this score line looks horrific. John Bost, interception, and he is gone. The boss, John Bost. Pick 6. It's tough to be the Commanders right now. They're having a heck of a time. Offense is scoring. Defense is trying to score more touchdowns than the offense. We've been on the screen a couple times today. John Bost read it well the first time. This time comes away with the interception and, of course, the touchdown. McClure might end up taking off here. Now, he's going deep down the field. Glenn Gore, take it away. Good coverage, at least. Love the interception. Don't know what we're doing here. Is it zone coverage? Is it not? I don't know. Don't remember. Victor Farr gets half a sack. Our DBs are our best pass rushers because the only way we get pressure is on these blitzes. And if he didn't get there, Dontrell Cobb was going to get there. Derek Cooper maybe in on that sack as well. They're going to give him credit for it. Big hit by him, to be fair. It's 4th and 15. We've already dropped a 50 bomb. And usually we know the number 1 route, and it's lit up in red. This one's yellow. So I don't know what that's about. The throwaway, bold call. We get the ball on the 20. There we go, Saquon. There's a run. Finally, something. 12 rushes for 26 yards. Even after a 10-yard plus gain, his numbers are still terrible. But their D-line, I mean, what is Saquon supposed to do there? Gets the ball tackled instantly. I know that's an RPO. I guess we should have thrown it. Get him to the Wolves on that one. But the offensive line is still blocking like it's a run play. So blocking is not really going to be affected there. We got a player down on the ground. It would be illegal touching. Can't throw it to Y. Bailey on the move. Fumbled, but out of bounds. Gets a couple yards. Yeah, unfortunately, the Y receiver ran out of bounds. So he immediately becomes ineligible. We can't throw him the ball. Completely useless. It's very frustrating. I do like the idea of a Nick Duval touchdown here, though. We're going to throw it quickly. There he is. They just don't cover it. You cannot leave that guy not pressed on the line of scrimmage. And what's... Oh, he got pinned? Is Lindstrom the heavyweight champion of the world? Definitely heavyweight. That's going to be... There's no planet where that should be a completable pass. We know the route. We're all over it. And it does not matter. All right, I'm switching to a Adoree Jackson. We're just going to sit on this curl route. And it is unfair that we can just know. But other side wide open. What does he want to do? Nothing good. Oh, that's wide open. Big hit, McKinney. But it's a big first down. We still have the momentum, though. So we know it's a screen. Oh, wait, they're getting out of it? Surely not a run. Because we have the option route. There it is. Get out to the flat. That's a great throw. Oh, did he not get the feet down? Things are not going well for the Commanders. Can't even say anything. So they're not having a good time at all. These routes are still wide open. Our man covers. Let's see him try to hit that route again. This would be insane. We're all over it, but it's wide open over the middle. See, this is the thing that they can do whenever they want, is just move the ball with no answer. Like, there's nothing we can do to stop anything. We finally don't know what the routes are, or the primary route is. But oftentimes they just stink. Oh, that's a touchdown. It's Diami Brown. I mean, what do you want me to say? They could get back in it. Nah, it's over. We killed him. Greg Sheldon is gone. No need to commentate. No need to look at the screen. Only into the camera as Greg Sheldon dominates. I mean, it's the cherry on top of the sundae. The game's over. The Commanders got housed as Greg Sheldon takes to the house. This is a nasty, nasty game. We've dropped 60 plus on them. I can't remember the last time we did that to anybody, but this has been a dominant performance on offense, defense, and special teams. Offense could have been a little bit better, but we have 64 points. I'll take it. And he's going to get sacked. Ball comes out. Pick it up, Dontrell. Covered by Cobb. And that is another turnover. I think Victor Farr got another sack. Let's take a look at it. Great angle. I mean, everyone's just flopping around trying to recover it. Dontrell Cobb eventually falls on it. Hey, we've had shoot clock on. I think it was Victor Farr who got in there. They've been sacked 5 times. It's a dominating performance. 2-minute warning is in the books. Saquon carry us home. Or it's 3rd and 1 and we got him on play action. Duval, end zone. Couldn't bring it home. That's all right. It's all right. Should have just run the ball, but we're, playing a division rival game. We got all the momentum. It's when you take some shots sometimes. Try to rub it in. Because who knows, everyone knows that the Commanders have given us a lot of trouble in this series. Some of the most pain we've had on Madden ever has been against the Commanders in Madden 23. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back in the playlist. Look at any time we played the Commanders. I could not be more devastated with some of the results. but not today. Commanders finally waving the white flag. We are just going to get the ball, run the ball to Saquon Barkley, and end the game. Big time win. I know it might be a little bit boring in the other direction from where it can be sometimes where we can't move the ball. We were just unbelievable today. The game wasn't really ever close, and you know, we need games like this sometimes. It's fun to see everything come together and just play pretty mistake-free football. Doesn't happen all the time, obviously, as love to stay in bounds here, but actually get some yardage. And it's going to be the final touch of the game for Saquon Barkley. Maybe one more at the absolute most. But no, that is going to take us to the end of the game. Big time win. 67-21 is your final. We really... I was going to say we couldn't have played better. We could have taken advantage more of our opportunities. Too many field goals in this game, to be honest. But some of those are just, we're up. We'll take some shots. We can afford to. But overall, really can't say too much badly about this team. The Cody Bailey era is here. Yes, he only completed 58% of his passes. 337 yards passing. 5 touchdowns. No interceptions. Passer rating or QB rating of 124.7. Rushing. Saquon averaged 2.3 per carry. I don't really have much to say about that. He got 16 attempts. We were just stuffed a lot. We were stuffed a lot. And then receiving, Darnell Mooney crushed us. 8 for 136. Oh, my God. But we just spread the ball around pretty well. 3 touchdowns for Nick Duval, but he only had 69 yards receiving. Nice. Saquon, 6 for 44. 5 for 62 for Odell. 4 for 58 and a touchdown for Kadarius Toney. 2 for 82 and a touchdown for Larry Smith. I mean, you have, how many? 7 different receivers catching the ball. And 6 different receivers at 20 yards receiving or more. And when you take Saquon, I mean, we have 5 with 44 or more. I mean, that's a really good game for the most part. Defensively, defense played great. DBs especially, 2 sacks for the rookie Victor Farr from Florida, 2 for Darnay Holmes. Our DBs, 4 sacks. And then half a sack for Dontrell Cobb and Derek Cooper. Kayvon Thibodeau, man. I know it's the sliders. We just can't get any pressure. It's really annoying. But it's clearly not affecting our ability to play defense and win. A pick for John Boss and Dontrell Cobb. And, of course, a forced fumble for Dontrell Cobb as well. Victor Farr had one. Caleb Farley, Camu Grugier-Hill. Fumble recoveries for Glenn Gore, Xavier McKinney, and, of course, the Cobb father. And then Boss with the TD. It was just an unreal game. Get an upgrade for Derek Cooper, who you can see I actually moved to right end position-wise temporarily. He should go 80+ on finesse moves here, which should make him a little bit better. Does get 80, and then +2 tackle as well. Was that acceleration that got boosted too to a 92? I mean, he's a freak off the edge. Need to get a little bit bigger. And then Larry Smith, would love for him to just be a better route runner in general. I'm going to do slot. He's already a great dynamic deep threat, but the intermediate stuff could be better. That's exactly what we upgrade. +2 catching traffic, +1 catching, and then medium route running and short route running both go up by 1. Just what a week for us. And, you know, I'm starting to think maybe we don't need to go out and make any type of trade. Breakout linebacker. That might be for John Boss to get him up to superstar X Factor. There's a chance, but I'm not sure we have to go out and trade for a big-time receiver, which is something I was considering going into the year. Cody Bailey is your NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Love to see that. And I think that is the first time that we show up. Now, Caleb Farley with 2 picks and a touchdown in Week 3. Daniel Jones with the Packers. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, not a bad week. Week 6 went pretty well for us. Could have played better in some regards, but it's tough to complain about that huge win. We go to 4-2, and we're rolling right now. But I'll see you next week when we take on the Las Vegas Raiders. They're 3-3. They've got a decent team, and of course, Devontae Adams could be a real problem for our corners. See you in the next one. Take it easy.